everyone. Now that you've understood the various kinds of standardized examinations and have really understood what does it take, what kind of score does it take to make it to a great university, one strong question that might be emerging in everyone's mind is, do we really need to give these examinations? Is it mandatory for us to give the SAT or the ACT? Is it mandatory to give the IELTS and TOEFL? Is it mandatory to give the LNAT? And many such examinations. The answer lies between a thin line of yes and no. Yes, you read that correctly and heard that correctly, which is, please check with the university that does your university that you're applying to, does the course that you're applying to require that standardized test from you. Now, broadly, there are a few types of standardized tests. Now, let's take a moment to talk about SAT versus ACT. That SAT and ACT are required for university admissions in the US. Used to be true about 5-7 years back, but today, in today's age, universities broadly categorize them as three segments: test needed, test flexible, and test optional. Test needed means simply very first thing, which is to be able to apply to this university, you need to give the IELTS, you need to give the SAT or the ACT. The test optional means that you need to be able to give a score if you have given an examination, but if you have not given an examination, it's all okay. Test flexible implies that we need to be able to see some kind of academic merit. It could be in the form of test or it could be otherwise as well. The choice between IELTS and TOEFL again is something which depends on your personalized application. Some countries like Singapore does not need Indians to give the IELTS or TOEFL, but some countries like the UK or the US need to do so. So again, a good idea is to be able to check with the university whether or not you are eligible or you need to give the IELTS or TOEFL or any language examination for that matter. Some courses have specialized standardized tests. Now these are mandatory. Now, for example, irrespective of the university that you apply to, if you want to study law in the United Kingdom, LNAT is one of the examinations you will need to give. It is something which is mandatory if you want to take admission into a law program in UK. If, however, you want to apply to, let's say, University of Oxford, and you need to be able to study any course for that matter, University of Oxford will ask you to take something called the TSA, which is one of their, again, standardized examinations. So there's no yes or no or a very direct answer that are standardized tests necessary or are they not. In some cases they are, in some cases they aren't. The best case for you is please go online and check, because this information is usually and almost always available on the university website. They will tell you that we need so-and-so examination, we need so-and-so score by so-and-so date. So university websites, the course websites are precisely the best source for your information. If you are, however, unable to find this out on your own, another good idea is to please write to the admissions committee members and ask them that this is my scenario. I've studied in the English speaking school in, let's say, India for last 7 or 8 years. I've taken the international curriculum, or I've taken the Indian curriculum, ICSE or CBSE, and I've scored the following marks in English in my 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. And then ask them, after giving all of this context, do I need to write the IELTS or TOEFL, or can I be waived off for that requirement? They will respond you with whatever they need you to do. So it's always a good idea for you to check with the ADCOMs, check with the university on what they want. I hope this helps you as you plan your international education journey. Take care.